Oh, this is an oil change on a Moto Guzzi V85TT. So let's get at her. I've taken a few things apart already. We don't need to know how to take the stump plate off or those side panel exhaust covers or exhaust protectors, but let's talk about what you need for sockets. For the stump pan, you need a 10 mil. For these side covers, you need, it's like an Allen key, but it's called number 4. And they're blue Loctited as well. These are red Loctited. I would add Loctite maybe later, but I don't have it right now, so it's not crazy priority. The main bolt that drains the oil, I start with that first. I actually started the motor, let it warm up, and this is the original like oil from break-in, so it's due to be dropped. They say 1500K, and I'm a couple hundred over. But underneath here, okay, that's where the oil filter is going to come out. And at the very back is, I've already loosened it up, your oil drain plug. That oil drain plug is a 17 mil. And this, for your oil filter, is a 13 mil. That's a 13 mil. So that's what you need. Oil I got from the dealership. Since it's on warranty, I want to kind of follow what they're doing and use their stuff. So it's a 10W60 4-stroke motor oil, 100% synthetic. It's a nice little price, $24.95. I'm probably being raked over the coals with that price, but whatever. Okay, so let's drop the oil. Since I already got the oil plug pretty much done, or almost out, I'm just gonna use my trusty pan, and we're gonna drop the oil. They say only 2 liters in this motor, which is pretty crazy. I like to look at my oil, see the color, see the texture, make sure it looks, this oil still looks very yummy. Also on the, why won't this focus? Let's click there. Oops. The oil looks clean. Let me see if I can fix this autofocus thing. There's actually a magnet and it picks up residue. And so this is off the first break-in, and you can see a little bit of chunks of, almost looks like dirt. And I just rubbed that off of that. So yeah, there's a little bit of, now it's kind of clean, but that's good. This is your break-in oil. That's what you want to do. You want to get clean all the junk out of it. And let's hold on. Hey, supper ready? Oh,
Let's come visit you.
you came to look at me?
Yeah.
Just look at me?
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, spilling.
Okay, so here you can see the magnet picked up just a little bit of, almost want to say it looks like grease, but that's picks off there, so that's good. That's the little magnet basically is picking up what it's supposed to pick up. at this point, we're going to go to moving the filter off. And then adding oil, well, I'll just explain that. I don't really need to show you guys how to add oil. I'll just show you where to put the oil in. And I'll leave it at that to keep the video kind of short and to the point, instead of going off on a turkey trail. Okay, anyways, I'll clean that later. I'm gonna go through the whole bike, check it all out, because it's, like I said, brand new. I noticed one thing, that this clamp on this side is good, but on the other one it was loose, so I'll have to tighten that clamp up. I'll go through the whole bike, just make sure nothing's loose or vibrated loose, since brand new. So let's take our 13 mil and let's take that oil filter off. Oh shoot. Try to catch that oil. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. So, as you can see, this is the old filter. Nothing special, but just make sure when you put the new filter in, rubber seal going up, okay, inside the motor, and then spring on the bottom, just like how you take it apart. I mean, don't mess that up. It's could probably cause some good damage to the motor if you don't do that right, or just do it right. That's probably your best. So anyways, this filter is the old one. It's just a chuck throwaway. So that's that. Mosquitoes. We'll look at the brand new Moto Guzzi one. As you can see, this I'm gonna probably put a little bit of oil on it. It's not necessary, like even the oil here, just to kind of, you know, make that rubber seal kind of I'm trying to think of the right word, but it just allows it to loosen up a bit, and in case it's a little bit hard or dried up. So I put a little bit of oil on there. It's going to be the same concept. It's going to go straight up. I'll put that back in the box. Alright, so fairly easy. Go over your machine, just check everything out. While your oil's dropping, it's a good time to look at the bike and make sure that, oh, whoa, if something's coming off or loose, you know, you want to take care of it. Because an unsafe bike, you know, could kill you, right? Especially the big stuff, like I'm looking at the bolt, the nut here, you know, like I want to make sure that never gets loosened. Or here you can see they marked it. It hasn't moved from its mark, then I'm happy. If you ever lost this and your front tire came off, it'd be bad news. Same with the back. You can just check everything out. The back one, again, is looking good. It doesn't look like it's moved. Just something to check out. This is the clamp that was loose before. I'm just gonna unscrew this. Oh, this video is getting too long already. Anyways, this clamp was loose. I don't know if it'll still move. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. Right? Sometimes this stuff needs to be adjusted or it's just vibrated loose, so you need to retighten it. So this is where you're gonna put your oil back in. You're gonna, and there's no dipstick on this baby. I mean, I don't think there is. No, there's no dipstick. That's where you add it. But what you do is you're gonna add the oil. You're gonna add your oil and try to get between these two lines. Not try, you have to. So if you're in the middle, that's great. 3/4, that's great, but don't overfill it. It's not a good idea to overfill your oil. If you've gone over, then you're better to drop some of the oil than run it like that, in my opinion. So just keep it somewhere between the full mark and the half mark. Here's a 1/4, and we'll say this line here that I'm just marking is like the halfway mark. So make sure you do half and up to the full mark. So I'm thinking it'll probably take at least the 2 liters of oil. And that should be it. I'm gonna keep this short. I'm gonna move the bike around a bit to try to get the oil, just stand it up. Just to get, I don't have a center stand, so I'm just trying to get that last bit of oil out of it. And that clear glass, you can see there's still a little bit of oil into the bottom of the glass. That's what I want to try to get rid of. So I'm gonna let it drain for a little while here, even an hour even, and then go from there. All right, guys, 12 minutes is pretty long for an oil change, but this gives you a good idea. And yeah, it's an oil change on a Guzzi. Coop, what do you say? Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, bud. Come here, Coop. Hey, you sit for everybody? You gonna sit? You gonna sit? Coop? You gonna sit? Good boy. Say high five. High five. High five. High five. High five. Oh, good boy. Good job. Hey, such a good doggy. Yeah. All right, guys. Until next time.